with IDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm going to be presenting the R58 Dual Boiler from Rocket Espresso Milano. The R58 is a unique machine with a wide range of features. Like I had mentioned, the R58 is a dual boiler, meaning that you have two separate boilers, one for hot water and steam production, and a second boiler for espresso production. Both boilers are controlled using a PID. A PID is essentially a digital thermostat. It allows you to change the temperature inside the boiler. So for coffee, it allows you to change your extraction temperature. A given coffee will have a different taste profile if it's extracted at different temperatures. On the steam side, it allows you to raise or lower the steam pressure inside your service boiler. To present the R58, I'm going to be making a set of drinks. First, I'm going to make a double espresso, then an Americano, and then I'll make a milk-based beverage to show you the steaming power of the R58. It's one of the only machines on the market where the PID is separate from the machine. The PID right here just simply detaches. You can set your temperature and then detach it and put it in your drawer. Now, the reason that aesthetic decision was made is very deliberate. You don't have the mixture of analog and digital like you do on other machines. Rocket has just classic analog looks, and it really is quite striking. The R58, like all Rocket machines, is incredibly handsome. Now, before I start, I'd like to explain the PID. The PID is essentially the brain of the R58. It allows you to change your parameters, your steam temperature, your brew boiler temperature, etc. In order to change parameters, you hold down the OK button for 5 seconds to get into the menu. The first option is the language, which I'm going to leave as English. For Great Britain, USA, it's English. The next option is the water source. Now, the R58 has a rotary pump and allows you to be either a pour over, so you can pour water in and use a tank, or you can plumb it in directly to your water main. I have it set to the reservoir, so I'm using the tank that's inside there. So I'm going to leave it at that. Then you have your service boiler, whether it's heating or not. If you want to use the R58 only for espresso, you can turn off the steam boiler and not waste energy. You can save energy that way. Next, I have my temperature units. I have it in degrees Celsius, which is what I'm used to. And then you set your brew boiler temperature. I have it set to 105 degrees. Now, this is the temperature that's actually inside the boiler, not the temperature of the coffee that's extracting. And I'll explain a little bit about that later. And then I also have my service boiler temperature, which I have at 123 degrees, which yields about 1 bar of pressure inside the boiler. So for my first drink, I'm going to make a double espresso, basically 2 shots of espresso. I'm going to grind my coffee using my Mazzer Mini electronic grinder, which is a great choice alongside the R58. I'm grinding approximately 20 grams of coffee, which is a fairly high dose, but it's put the group in, or the portafilter, sorry, into the group. And all you do on the R58 is you lift the lever, because it's an E61 group head, which is a very well-known and established group. It was made by Thema in 1961 and still used more than 50 years later. And the coffee begins extracting. Once you're done, or once I'm done, I'm going to put the lever down. I'm going to put the lever all the way to the bottom position, and a little water gets discharged at the back. That's just a 3-way solenoid valve relieving the pressure inside the group. And I have 2 great looking espressos. You can see I have a very nice crema, very rich and very flavorful. Now, the next drink I'm going to make is an Americano. So for an Americano, it's basically hot water with espresso. So I'm going to add the water from the hot water one. You just open the wand and add water. You'll hear the pump come on because the boiler is going to refill. It's going to refill the service boiler with water. And you'll also notice that I've switched to the single spout portafilter. Now the Rocket comes with both single and dual spout portafilters. I'm actually using a double basket in there, but since I'm only making one drink, I'm using just a single spout. I've already ground my coffee, and again, to begin my extraction, I just lift the lever. And the reason why I like to add the water first and the espresso second is because you get a nice crema on top and it gives you a very nice presentation. And there you have it. A nice flavorful Americano. For my last set of drinks, I'm going to make a milk-based drink. I'm going to make 2 cappuccinos using the steam wand on the R58. The steam wand is a commercial style wand, so it goes directly down. You can fit very large milk pitchers underneath there. And the R58 comes standard with a 2-hole steam tip with 1.5 millimeter diameter holes. Inside the box, Rocket also includes an alternative steam tip, which is again a 2-hole, but with smaller holes, 1.2 millimeter diameter. In case you're having trouble, in case there's too much steam power, you can put the smaller holes and reduce that for your comfort. Okay, so I'm going to begin steaming my milk, and the Rocket has a no-burn steam wand. So you can manipulate the wand without fear of scalding your hand. And that's it. I'm going to wipe my steam wand, and I've already made my espresso, so I'm just going to add this here, and I'm going to try to set it up so you see what I'm doing here. Giving a nice cappuccino, and my second one. Ready to drink. The R58 is a very full-featured machine. Before ending this video, I'm just going to mention one more thing about the PID temperature. The temperature that you saw, 105 degrees Celsius, is the temperature inside the boiler. That's not the extraction temperature. The R58 does not have an offset. Inside the R58 manual, you will see a chart that shows you the extraction temperature. So 105 degrees Celsius corresponds to approximately 93 degrees extraction temperature. Temperature is lost as the water travels from the boiler through the group and to the coffee. The reason why Rocket chose to do this is so as not to confuse people with offsets, which can change depending on your geographical location and your elevation. If you have any questions with regards to the R58, how to use it, or anything about Rocket or espresso machines, please feel free to contact me or any one of my colleagues. We're here to help, and we're happy to serve you. Here's to good times and good brews.